Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trimmed in gold. He weighed in at 224 pounds. He's a native of Augusta, Georgia, who now lives in Newark, New Jersey, and fights out of the Mark Roberts House of Pain. In 1988, as a U.S. Army sergeant, he captured Olympic gold. And as a professional, he now has a record of 23-2 with 1 draw, and 16 of those 23 victories are by KO, and he's captured a world title. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former WBO World Heavyweight Champion, Merciless Ray Mercer. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with black, weighing 209 3/4 pounds. This 1984 Olympic bronze medalist has a professional record of 30 victories, 22 by KO, against only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Atlanta, Georgia, presenting the return of the 3-time world champion and former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
Gentlemen, I received the rules from the commission. To avoid any controversy, I remind you now, you score a knockdown, be careful with your follow-up punches. Do not hit a man on the deck. If either fighter is in trouble and you do not want me to stop the bout, you must show me clearly that you can and want to continue. These trunks, below here is low. Below here, and these trunks are low. No matter what happens out here, obey my commands. Let's keep it strictly professional. Good luck to you both.
All right. Dave Bontempo, a sold-out Atlantic City Convention Center, just under 11,000 people to see Evander the Real Deal Holyfield take on Ray Mercer in what is like a heavyweight championship crowd, although there is no title at stake.
Now with the curiosity, Holyfield coming back, Mercer, people waiting for him to regain his form. And what's good about the instructions right there, referee telling both fighters immediately what is low, what is not low.
Ray Mercer with 8 career first-round knockouts. Holyfield has 2. Holyfield says he will box more. But when he gets tagged, does he resort back to the brawling that we've seen?
And Ray Mercer will try to send an early statement in this fight that it's going to be a power matchup for him.
6 of Holyfield's last 7 fights have ended in decisions. And he raised an interesting question yesterday when we spoke with him. He says he knows how to stay in a fight and not get hurt. But he says the big question is, can I stay in a fight, not get hurt, and know how to win? Because I have gotten older.
And that's somebody who respects what age has done and the fact that he needs the supreme conditioning all the time. Mercer already tagged him with 1 good short right hand here over a wide left hook by Holyfield. That one was sharper and tighter. Ray Mercer will show the jab, but he's looking to drop the bomb.
In Holyfield's first fight against Riddick Bowe, he came out and he boxed early. And Holyfield was hit with an apparent low blow that seemed to just fire him up, and he lost his game plan. Will he keep the game plan here against Ray Mercer and work off that jab?
Well, he'll do that, you would think, being that he's had the layoff. He wants to get back and sort of feel his legs in this bout first. Go with the fundamentals. The jab, setting up his right hand there. Good body punch by Evander. Good left hook, and Mercer comes at him, and Holyfield opens up again. Ray Mercer has a cement chin and can get hit with anything. He'll keep on coming in.
Well, we saw him against Francisco Damiani here in Atlantic City get beaten from pillar to post for most of the fight, and then it was one shot that broke Damiani's nose, and it was the chin of Mercer that kept him in that fight. And really a nice pace here in this first round.
Well, heavyweights, they look like they're in pretty good shape. Good movement, the jabs by both. Both fighters giving some indication of how they're going to try to win this fight. Behind the jab.
And despite some of the early stoppages, I guess the Camacho fight going the distance enabled both fighters to get properly warmed up. And both, appear quite loose and ready to go here. Sometimes you see a slow start and guys trying to get loose. Holyfield has used that jab here in round 1. And that is the end of this first round of the scheduled 10-round bout. Evander Holyfield back to his corner. You get a look at the seats here at the Atlantic City Convention Center. Tommy Brooks, Don Turner in the corner.
Don't you see him beginning to reach? You see him beginning to reach? Half a step out. Quick half a step out, then throw the left one. Deep. That's the lane.
35 seconds. You got a good cover. Breathe deep, relax. You open your mouth when you want some water.
Move that here. Give me some head move. Half a step. You don't have to move as much. Half a step.
You got 20 seconds. Keep that jab. Try that jab long range, baby. Enough?
Good work by Evander Holyfield in round 1, Dave Bontempo.
And a foreshadowing of what he'll try to get Ray Mercer to leave himself open for. This left hook, that's pretty nice, a little bit deep in there. He'll try to get that a little shorter during this fight.
We start round number 2 of the scheduled 10-round bout. Evander Holyfield in the white, Ray Mercer in the black.
And both fighters busier than average. Holyfield 25 for 66, 38%. Mercer 24 for 55, 44%. Strong opening round for Ray Mercer too.
Mercer feels he paid his dues. This is his opportunity now to put all the baggage from his past behind him and get right into the heavyweight mix.
And what helps Mercer in this type of a situation is he's never been a trash talker.
The left hand staggered Holyfield after Holyfield was applying the pressure.
Mercer really got his attention with that one. Let's see if he comes back to it. Strong shot. Big statement sent by Mercer here in round 2.
Counter left by Holyfield. The Mercer people felt that Holyfield signed against the old Mercer and not the new and improved, and so far we see a sharp Ray Mercer.
Well, they said he was emotionally into this fight, not just physically, and he's come out very sharp here, very focused, staying behind the fundamentals, and he always does have a good punch when he's in his good shape.
Mercer camp said that Holyfield likes to counter with a jab. They hope to double up on the jab, and when Holyfield jumps and bounces, they feel that that's where they can catch him.
Well, in the first round, Mercer looked like he was just aching to throw that right-hand counter. Missed with it a couple times, and here in round 2, got the left hand in on a power situation. He's trying to set up a bomb.
Holyfield shows early movement, but then he kind of just settles in front of Mercer.
We're seeing Holyfield get turned around completely on a couple shots that Mercer has landed here.
Jab scored. Good counter right hand by Holyfield. Referee Ron Lipton out of Jersey City steps in.
He should be very busy as this fight goes along. If it goes long, because of the leaning on each other for the fighters and the tying up, which at some point we'll see in this bout. A pleasing exchange of styles here. Both fighters trying to set up powerful punches. Holyfield downstairs, Mercer upstairs.
Holyfield a bit more of the boxer, but he can easily be lured into a slugfest. And so far, as you mentioned, some pretty good exchanges. Holyfield was initially quite a prohibitive favorite, but as word got out that Mercer was in shape, as round number 2 comes to an end, and Holyfield fending off Mercer, good finish for Ray Mercer. The odds drop dramatically, and a lot of people think this pumped up Ray Mercer can win.
He's certainly showing the look thus far in this bout.
Hands up, right?
When do you see that
Don't
kind
let
of
him sit out
emotion?
there and take it what he wants to take. You make him do what you want him to do, right?
Okay.
Give him a little feint, give him a little hands up, then go to him. Relax. You breathe deep in.
Yeah.
Breathe deep. Get that blood in there good. Good.
I'm good. I'm gonna make sure.
Skip the first one out. I'll give you clean water. You get as much as you want.
Let me get my breath.
Okay?
I'm tired.
Well, we see Holyfield getting in his right hand from a distance. Mercer, important for him to answer, and he certainly did that. The left hand punctuating it on the way out.
Let's take a look at the end of the round, and Mercer applying the pressure.
Yeah, he really smells it thus far in this fight. He is coming right through Evander Holyfield, and really, that's great emotion out of Ray Mercer.
We start round number 3. Mercer feels he's done everything right as far as putting himself in preparation to get a shot at a title, and he feels this will be the first of that few steps it'll take him.
Well, thus far, Mercer and Holyfield a push with the jab. Mercer has just been as effective as Holyfield, which is a good change for him and can open up a lot more in his game.
Mercer doing a good job with his jab. He's led a lot of these exchanges.
Well, Ray Mercer can see it right in front of him here. This fight is certainly there for the taking. He's had a good start. He's gotten to Holyfield, and he's getting the kind of inside rumble that he wants.
Saw a lead right hand there from Mercer. And Holyfield can get lazy with that jab. He'll snap it out, but sometimes it just paws it out, and Mercer could come right over the top with a right.
Mercer has good power. And you consider that Holyfield has been rocked in the past by the likes of Bert Cooper. He's an exciting fighter and a vulnerable fighter, and Mercer just missing with the right hand there. He really is trying to set that shot up.
Holyfield did a nice job of summing up his career yesterday when he said, listen, everyone gets into shape to fight me because everybody thinks that they can beat me, but few have. Some puffiness underneath the left eye of Mercer. Good counter by Holyfield. Kind of a pawing, clubbing left that time from Mercer.
He just missed over the top with the right hand again as Holyfield had him there. Able to nudge him down, and fans think Ray took a little bit of a rest there.
And Mercer having some trouble with his trunks.
They look like they're the two-tiered variety right now.
And they could go.
Good jab by Holyfield and a nice counter by Mercer, and he's gotten Holyfield's attention again.
Yeah.
He won that exchange significantly, and Evander rises up as he always has.
Double left hook by Holyfield. And here comes that brawl we talked about. Mercer connects. Holyfield scores with a chopping left. Right by Mercer.
You do see an exciting heavyweight fight once in a while.
Good right by Holyfield as well. And Mercer right there.
A tremendous round here.
Tell you what, Mercer has not backed up a step. Very entertaining round number 3, a tough round to score. Dave, how do you see that one?
I give it to Mercer, and more decisive punches seem to be his. He was able to back Evander Holyfield off with those close exchanges. Also one of those rounds that you look at probably split in the parts.
Holyfield, you gotta stay with the jab. Soon as you finish, spin. Soon as you finish, spin. Half steps. Understand?
Yeah.
Three. Okay?
Breathe. Okay.
Breathe.
Exhale all the way out.
Breathe, baby. We got 3 in the bag.
Dave, let's take a look at some of the numbers.
And Mercer with a slight edge in the connect department through 4 rounds of this fight. Exceptional percentage of punches landed for the heavyweights. And they've been very accurate, right on track.
Yeah, they were pinpoint in that round number 3. And Evander Holyfield and Ray Mercer ready to embark upon round 4 and what is living up to the hype as far as what many expected this fight would be like.
And in round 3, there were some bellwether shots there. Mercer 53% on his jab. in that round, and Holyfield 37%. Mercer winning the battle of the jab is something that the experts would not have handicapped.
Left-handed shot by Holyfield. Mercer comes right back. Wow.
Both guys really digging in and making this exceptional action.
Combination by Holyfield. Mercer right there. So much for the boxing. And this crowd, which had been low throughout most of the night, awakened.
It was the right fight at the right time as far as fan excitement. Both guys have brought it tonight. A pair of fighters, each with indomitable will. And this will boil down probably to conditioning.
It's almost like racing, where each guy opens it up a little and says, can you match me?
And they look back and they did a 21-4 first quarter.
And both fighters in good shape. Holyfield has been going 12 rounds for so long, this 10 rounds may seem like a walk in the park.
Walking in the park for either man is going to be out tonight with the heavy-handedness of both fighters. Starting to see some of the leaning in.
Dave, we questioned whether there'd be ring rust from both of these fighters, having both coming off long layups, but so far they seem fairly sharp.
Not one speck of it thus far in this bout. What we're going to see, the critical factor, I believe, as we go along in this fast-paced bout, will be the stamina question. Because this has been a fast-paced, entertaining, crowd-pleasing bout.
Mercer 2 years older than Holyfield. And they both rip off right hands. Mercer picked off most of that.
A little bit more discipline here in the latter stages of round 4 for Holyfield.
A blistering pace to start this very exciting round. Good hook inside by Mercer. And that is the end of round 4. Entertaining, close, and toe-to-toe they go.
Water bottle, red. All right, just keep that right. Keep your hands up a little more, okay, for me?
Well, this is what keeps fans coming back into the seats. Good right hand by Holyfield. Mercer comes right over the top. Holyfield loads up. Mercer tighter on the inside, and they both go through. Both of them in this round and in this bout have had an iron will.
And another look at some of the action. Both fighters firing off left to right combinations, and pretty quick even in slow motion.
Yeah, Holyfield a little bit wide there, then gets closer, and we haven't seen this type of sustained movement from Ray Mercer in a long time.
From the corner of Ray Mercer, 34 years of age, and the former two-time heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield embark on round 5 in his scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout.
Well, if you like fundamentals that set up good shots, Mercer 60% of his jabs in that round, Holyfield 50%. Usually when one guy gets over 60, he negates the other fighter. It's very rare to see two guys with jabbing percentages that high in a single round.
Not nearly the blistering pace we saw to start round 4, as here in round 5, Holyfield just missed with a right.
He moved nicely to his left, which opened up an angle, and he poured it through. Mercer doing it off the jab again there. Every time Mercer throws a jab, practically, there is something else that goes with it. And that's the biggest difference between the Ray Mercer of this fight and the Ray Mercer of many previous ones.
Well, he says since his win over Tommy Morrison, said Ray Mercer, his career has been downhill. But he has made the turn back up with the way he's performed so far tonight against Evander Holyfield. Still a long way to go.
Given this a tremendous effort, and the first 4 rounds, both of these fighters really on.
Once again, that jab of Mercer right there to keep Holyfield at bay. Short right inside, caught Mercer's attention.
And Holyfield sets it up with the jab. Mercer comes right back.
Can't tell if there's a cut or some swelling near the right eye of Holyfield. We'll get a closer look.
Stop punching, step back.
We'll have to see who's going to lose the steam on his punches first if that happens. There have been tremendous body shots early in this bout. Will some of the power get away?
No cut on Holyfield's right eye.
Stop punching, step back.
And referee Ron Lipton, who hasn't had to do too much so far, steps in again. Much slower pace here in round 5. Holyfield seems to have landed more telling blows.
A little bit better balance for him.
Maybe on the right eyelid of Holyfield. That is the end of round 5. As he goes back to his corner, he has been cut along the eyelids in the past.
You got to use that jab some more. Look, this guy is out of gas. Trust me on it, boss. Trust me. He's out of gas. Look, check this out. When you throw your combinations, aim at anything.
Open that bottle. Open that bottle.
You can't handle it, baby.
Open that bottle.
Open. You can't handle it.
Give him the grease.
Trust me, baby. Grease it. Trust me. You can't handle it. You're out of gas right now. Guarantee you. You see how he's stumbling all over the place?
Need more of this, Don?
No. Everything's under control. Jab.
Jab. To the street.
Well, Ray Mercer comes out of his corner. We get set for the start of round 6. Dave Bontempo, how do you have it scored?
1 point for Holyfield here in what should be a judicial nightmare for the people who have to do it officially, the way these fighters have gone back and forth. No true trend.
There might be a little nick along the right eye of Evander Holyfield, and you remember one of the great cutmen, the late Ace Murata, may have saved Holyfield's title when he fought Larry Holmes, and he had a bad cut, and Ace closed that thing up, and that's something to just keep an eye on.
Closed it up, and then Holyfield went out to more of a boxing style in the last 6 rounds of that fight, and made the style go his way. He made Larry Holmes use his legs.
Don Turner worked on the cut in between rounds. Tommy Brooks took more of an active role as far as strategy.
Well, it looks after both fighters came out winging and took their best shots. In the middle rounds here, this is going to boil down to who has the ability to steal rounds here and there. Mercer tried that left hook from a little bit too far away as he was trying to dig the body. There's that right hand we talked about, trying to bring the jab hand of Holyfield down first.
Midway point of round 6. Pace has slowed down a bit.
But even this pace here for Ray Mercer, still fighting far better at this stage of this fight.
Well, the Holyfield-Tommy Brooks strategy yesterday, as they explained to us, good right hand there by Holyfield. was, let's make this a long, competitive fight for Ray Mercer, because he is not used to long, competitive fights for a sustained 10 rounds.
It's a good strategy overall. However, what they don't know, and what nobody can know, is when a guy is going to change his colors, when he'll all of a sudden be right. And if it's his night, he'll win under any circumstance. And Mercer is at least fighting that way.
Was able to get in a few right hands there. Mercer just missed with a chopping right hand to the temple. Mercer in a little bit more of a retreat position now here in this round 6.
He's had a good round overall, and maybe he's trying to protect that. Also showing that he can move a little bit.
Holyfield was able to block a lot of that left from Mercer. I think some more blood from that right eye of Holyfield. Yeah, that cut is opened up. The heads came together and a punch, and that right eye from Evander Holyfield now streaming with blood.
Oh, please.
Now the rule.
You gotta stay long range, baby. Hold it. You gotta hold it. Listen up. You gotta stay long range. Let's go. Anymore? You got it down. Listen, stay long range with your jab. You letting the guy get too close to you, he's pot shotting at you now. Follow what I'm saying?
Well, they have been trading. Good shots here. Holyfield on the inside, drives Mercer back.
Let him go up.
Mercer never lets too much time go by before he counters. And there's a nice left hook.
Remember, if an unintentional accident or butt or other unavoidable circumstance occurs and less than half the scheduled number of rounds have been complete, it would be declared a draw. Since we have passed the midway point, they would go to the scorecards to determine the winner.
Provided the butt was called,
right,
which did not appear to be the case there, and it's ruled as the cause of the fight ending. So
right.
All those scenarios could come into play.
Well, the Holyfield corner was yelling over to referee Ron Lipton about a butt. Now, we're not sure if that was acknowledged or not.
He did not seem to give them the answer they wanted, at least. Mercer was 30 for 52. 58% of his jabs were deep in the fight. That's impressive for him.
Well, Holyfield trying to stay out of range. Mercer pouring it on. And you heard Holyfield's corner say you got to keep away now and use the ring more and be wise.
And this is where the conditioning for Mercer is critical, because if he's in the shape he wants to be in, he can move, he can try to cut off the ring and force his way inside. When a fighter is not in good shape, he cannot do that. He cannot force those openings late.
Now, Tommy Brooks and Don Turner are in Holyfield's corner, but as far as being cut men,
big right by Mercer.
Yeah, Mercer's just coming right in. Holyfield having some trouble seeing out of that right eye. We see him squint a bit.
That means he would not be able to see left hooks coming at him there.
And the tone of this fight has changed.
Mercer seems in command here.
Would be interesting to see what the effects of not having one of the renowned cutmen in the corner might have a bearing. Of course, Ace Murata passed away. There's Eddie Aliano, one of the top ones around. That cut could factor in.
These guys are worth their money in a fight like this.
Mercer has backed up a lot in this round, but he has been very effective.
And Holyfield showing the effects of that cut, rubbing it. Something fighters really hate to do. It acknowledges the severity of the damage.
And he continues to fight. It's at the corner of the eye.
Not dangerous in itself.
It's not nearly as much on the eyelid. come to the end of round 7, and you just sense the tide is starting to swing Ray Mercer's way.
Hit it with that. Look. It's even, man. It's even. You want to tighten up, boss, okay? Hold it. Right, tight, baby. What the? Like that. Look, all this guy's doing is throwing punches, moving. He's tired. All he's trying to do is get by, baby. Hold it. If you step to him, you got to step to him in 5 sets. Follow me? Just like in the gym, just like we working on the mitts, okay?
Take a deep breath and exhale hard. Water.
The blood in the corner of Holyfield's eye, and Dave, you see him trying to get it out of his eye as it streams in.
And this is what I talked about, how fighters don't like to do that. It sends a signal to their opponent about how bad that is.
We start round number 8. Most of the instructions in that round coming from Tommy Brooks in Holyfield's corner as Don Turner worked on the cut. Dave, how do you see it scored to this point?
I've now got Mercer with a 1-point edge taking over, and in that round, out-punching Holyfield 26-11 as far as punches connected. And Ray Mercer has been very strong in the last 2 rounds. Fighting like a guy who thinks it's his night.
Mercer warned to keep the punches up. You heard Tommy Brooks say, Evander, just like we did in the gym, put the punches together. But I guess there comes a point in every fighter's career where there's not enough left in the tank to follow out the instructions. We'll find out over these next 3 rounds.
He certainly has the will, and this fight is definitely winnable for him here, but Mercer has gained the upper hand and is going to work on that eye and putting shots together. We're seeing something rare for Holyfield here, in that he's closing in and not getting it off.
He suddenly seems to have difficulty figuring out how to hit Mercer. I think he would just need to let his hands fly like that. Mercer has an answer and missed with a right hand.
And there was a good move by Mercer there. As Holyfield was about to take a right-hand shot at him, Mercer lowered his head, went in, and grabbed. And Mercer's doing a lot of the little things right in this fight. Some of that has been a result of better stamina. He can think a little more quickly, do things a little more quickly. And we'll have a look at the blood here.
Ron Lipton will send Holyfield and have the doctor come look at it. And I think the cut is in enough of a corner where it's not streaming right into the eye. You see where the cut is. If it was
not over. It's not coming into the eye. They should let this go. And they will.
And they start the clock again. Yeah, if it was on the eyelid above the eye, that's one thing. But where it is right now, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Fans here in the Atlantic City Convention Center, and Ray Mercer trying to pull off an upset. And that stoppage really took away the flow of this round.
It certainly did, and really was a boon to Holyfield.
There's a right by Holyfield.
Will he take enough advantage? There was a good left hook.
And a left as well, and Holyfield rubs his way, and Mercer goes down to one knee. A series of rights and lefts.
A revitalized Holyfield does what people do not do to Ray Mercer.
Count is at 9. Mercer says he's okay. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Mercer says he's fine, but a big finish for Holyfield.
The extraordinary significance of that. Ray Mercer has never been down. That is the first time in his career Ray Mercer has been down.
Let's listen in to Mercer's corner.
How you feeling, Ray? Huh? I'm shot, man. I got to work for him. Let me take a look at that. Give me some.
Let's take a look at the knockdown, Dave.
Something you will not see very often. Ray Mercer going down. Tremendous left hook by Holyfield. The elbow up, nice left hook behind it. Ray Mercer still in a bit of trouble, hits him again, and then down. Mercer went down. Mercer almost put himself down to take a breather, take another look. Good left hook by Holyfield. Working to make room, which he did smartly. Now two are in there. Ray Mercer put himself down as he was positioning to try to get away.
Yeah, he did slip. The right foot came out, but he was hurt, Dave.
He was hurt, but he made the last move himself as he came down, tried to set himself up, and went down.
We start round 10, a revitalized Evander Holyfield on his toes. No fair catches in boxing.
Hey, what a storyline in this fight. We've seen just about everything. Really a treat, no matter what perspective you have.
How do you have it scored?
That, a two-point round for Holyfield would give him the lead back by a point.
I agree. And Holyfield with a little smirk, feeling confident. And a good body shot there as well. Mercer answering back.
The kind of fight that, regardless who people are pulling for, they will leave this place satisfied.
Look. Good work inside. Lou Duva, Evander Holyfield, former trainer, standing up across the ring, cheering Holyfield on.
Hey, what heart he has come to symbolize in the ring just about everything that's good about a fighter. The hustling, the workmanlike ethic, the heart, the ability. He never quits. And he pulled the lion out of his hat, the rabbit out of his hat in that last round.
But it's not over yet. Still a round and a half to go in what is a toss-up as far as we're concerned.
Regardless, it was so crucial for Holyfield at that point to change the momentum because Mercer was on the verge of making it permanent.
Well, they say styles make fights, and you knew going in the styles here would make a good one. And Nick under the left eye of Mercer. Holyfield comes forward again.
Now Mercer's gas tank is about to betray him, perhaps. Mercer really tired here, and Holyfield
measuring him. A left inside. Mercer nearly leaned into a left, and Mercer is wobbling. Good body shot by Holyfield.
Now it is Mercer who needs a big moment. Whoa, they stopped and looked at Holyfield's eye. It's been a different fight ever since.
And he had a good flow going as well. I thought it might hurt him, but maybe the rest helped.
The rest really did a lot for him. And Mercer trying to score the big shot. He's got the chin. He's also got a good punch. Holyfield now seeming to fight with redemption.
Yes, and a couple of digs to the body have slowed Ray Mercer down as we come to the end of round 9. Holyfield pouring it on. There is concern in the corner of Ray Mercer. Round number 9 complete. The fans come to their feet here at the sold-out convention center in Atlantic City.
But you see, you got to, like I always tell you, got to do. You got to press down, so you're letting your foot in the mouth. Press down that foot, just go to him, Ray. Don't let him stand for you when you watch him and let him get off. You got to be first. Now or never. You go get him at 500, so you're a champ. You're going to win this now. Everything you got.
Let's take a look at the punches thrown through 9 rounds, David.
And Mercer with a slight edge in that, and look at that 50% connect for both fighters.
Everything's right. Keep it up.
Now, Mercer lands a shot, takes a big one downstairs. He took some big shots in round 8 as well. Holyfield seeming to sense it. And in that round, 27-17, the edge for Holyfield, 71% of his punches connected.
The 10th and final round. Good work by Holyfield's corner on the cut in the right eye. Dave, how do you see it scored in this last round?
I see Holyfield with a slight edge, 2 points. I also see this as probably a split fight among the judges at this point.
Holyfield coming out, pressing the action. This has been a very good fight from the opening bell. Ray Mercer being knocked down the first time in his career. That came in round 8.
This has been terrific with the stamina of Mercer. He seems to have a lot more now. Obviously, he trained very well. This 224 was a lot better than the 224 he had against Jesse Ferguson the second time, and he has come here tonight going for it.
I have Holyfield by 2, 86-84, but I don't think it's the type of lead you can sit on.
No, and of course, some of those early rounds were exceptionally tight.
Oh, Mercer letting the hands fly and then holding Holyfield up. And the nature of Holyfield is he will not sit on any type of lead.
No, and nor should he, because he's best going for it, and Mercer is making him pay a little bit here.
With combination by Holyfield, you see to the left of your screen Lou Duba again standing up and cheering on his former fighter. Blood now streaming out of the corner of Holyfield's right eye.
Simply a matter now, who wants it more?
And if you're a betting man, you're putting your money on Holyfield, and that's not a knock on Ray Mercer.
If you're a betting man, and you did, you're also sweating, laying those odds.
You're a sweating man.
Yes.
Holyfield doubling up with that left.
Well, this is years of consistency coming through to benefit Holyfield at the end. And yet these scorecards promise to be extremely interesting.
Oh, and down goes Holyfield on the takedown from Mercer.
That fatigue,
yeah,
from both men will not count, of course.
Well, Mercer held on to Holyfield and then grabbed Holyfield by the ankles. Holyfield losing his trunks.
Let's see who benefits by this delay here.
Holyfield bothered by his trunks. These are big men going down, folks. Holyfield about to lose his trunks. Loading up with a right hand.
Heavyweights who fought like middleweights tonight.
Final seconds of the fight. Holyfield hooks to the body. Could be the explanation point. It'll be tough to score, Dave.
What terrific action. And from different vantage points, however you had it, both men gave everything. Holyfield appeared a little stronger at the end.
How'd you see that last round, which could be a swing round?
Swing round. Ultimately, I gave it to Mercer, a one-point fight for Holyfield. Hey, you know, the fight has split decision written all over, but we will see. Mercer emerged like he felt he won. And both fighters have good reason to believe they did enough in this match.
Well, let's find out what the decision will be. Ray Mercer, a little nick under his eye. Evander Holyfield with the cut on the right eye. I think what Ray Mercer may have done, at least, is provide another big payday for himself. Even if he loses, if he can convince people that he can continue to come in shape and put on this performance, he will be entertaining. Let's take a look.
He's resurrected here now. Let's take a little professional wrestling gets thrown in here. The natural follow-through. Both fighters, of course, extremely tired. Holyfield goes down to the 32-yard line. That is not a first down. That is how you're supposed to tackle somebody.
That is.
And that provided a bit of a delay. No knockdown, of course, and they went on from there.
Ray Mercer with his hands in the air. Let's go for the decision. Here's our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Gene Williams scores the bout 95-94. Eva Shane has it 97-92. And Eugene Grant scores it 96-93 for the winner by unanimous decision. The Warrior has returned. The winner, Evander Holyfield.
Distraught Ray Mercer right above me. When the decision was announced, he stumbled into the ropes and nearly collapsed. Evander Holyfield, a unanimous decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Ray Mercer.
And Ray Mercer visibly upset. No question at all with the unanimous decision, but 97-92 from Eva Shane. Wow. And as I mentioned, Ray Mercer stumbling when the decision was announced, and we caught it on videotape. This right above us, he could not believe it. I don't know if he could be that shocked about the decision, but 97-92 from Eva Shane. Folks, that's boxing. But Evander Holyfield with an impressive victory, and he's standing by with Dave Bontempo. Dave?
Give me another one. Give me another one.
Oh, Evander, did you think you had done enough here?
First of all, I'd like to thank God for healing me and making me whole. You know, I did enough. I got the decision. You got the judges around here. They the one that make the decision. I felt that I did what I could, and all that, and I thank the Lord for strengthening me.
In the 8th round, after there was the delay, they looked at your lie. What did you find?
Well, you know, I didn't worry because I know the victory was mine, and I like to thank all them praying warriors out there that prayed for me and lifted me up and interceded for me.
After that point, when you came after him and you scored the knockdown there, what did you get? What did you do and take the thing away from him?
Well, you know, my whole thing is that the momentum change every now and then. Ray Mercer did more than I thought it would do. His jab was flicking, it was a lot quicker, and he did good, and it kind of offset me a little bit.
It was a terrific fight for both. Now, let's look at the knockdown here, the first time Ray Mercer's ever been down. We're going to take a look at it. Well, it's not exactly up here in front of us right now. We're going to take a look at it right now, Evander. It's not right in front of us. Tell us something. How did you set that up, though?
Well, the whole thing is that I'm working everything off on jab, and I was hitting Ray Mercer with some clean shot. But Ray Mercer showed that he could take a good shot. Right here, I missed him with one arm.
A little late too.
The whole thing is that he was a vicious individual, and it's hard just to get Ray Mercer down with one punch.
It seemed like that also really spurred you on here.
Well, sometimes when you don't shake a guy up, sometimes it take away from your stamina. But once you see your punching power, and you feel that you kind of have it.
He was strong early, and then you measured him. You guys are going back and forth. Did you feel like there's a typical brawl here?
Well, when I accepted the fight with Ray Mercer, I knew that he would be all that. It's not that I was looking for an easy fight, and not that I was looking for a guy that wasn't going to be in shape. I realized every time I fight, the guy come in the best shape, and Ray Mercer fought a great fight, and I just had to fight a better fight.
You won it with guts. You certainly had some technique too. What does this do for you?
Well, it just set me up for the next fight. I thank God for this, and I will go home and I will pray about it and see what the Lord leads me to.
Okay, Evander, congratulations. A typical Evander Holyfield effort. Now up to Al Bernstein.
Thank you, David. Well, Evander Holyfield, typical both in the graciousness in which he accepted this victory and Tony Page in the way he came on in the later rounds. Dave said it was the consistency of Evander Holyfield over the years coming to the forefront, and I thought that might have been what it was.
Ray Mercer thought he had this fight won in about the 6th or 7th round, started to coast, started to dance, started to put his hands up. You don't start celebrating. You see it in the NBA, guys celebrate free throws. Celebrate it when you have it won. If it was an 8-round fight, 7-round fight, Ray Mercer was the winner, but this went 10.
And how many times have we seen this from Evander Holyfield? Just at the moment when it looks darkest, he cranks up a couple of those left hooks and changes the tenor of the fight. Now, I thought strategically the big difference was in those later rounds, he started throwing those double left hooks. He hurt Mercer badly to the body.
Mercer is a great actor. He got hurt quite a few times, stepped back, smiled. You knew he was hurting him to the body. His jabs were scoring. But Evander doesn't start going until there's blood on his face and on his trunks. Then he seems to kick it up a notch.
Interestingly, in the middle rounds, Mercer did what looked like an intelligent thing, luring Holyfield in and counterpunching well. And actually, Mercer does have some boxing skills. That was that time when it looked like he had control of the fight and then started celebrating a bit.
What Mercer, what impressed me about early is a couple of times you wanted to see him load up and throw the right. He stopped, stepped back, shot the jab, and moved around. I said, hey, we got a new Ray Mercer. But then when he started coasting, going back on his heels, a lot of times Holyfield hit him to the ribs. You saw him go on his heels. You knew he was hurt because he wasn't coming forward anymore. He started dancing, and Evander started to come on.
The Holyfield people people were so certain that this would happen. They were so certain that no matter how well Mercer looked early in the fight, that as the rounds progressed, Holyfield would take him into a place he really had not been before, except in the Burt Cooper fight. And I guess in reality, that's what happened to a man who's 34 years of age and finally got in shape for this fight, but had had a lot of abuse over the last few years.
Larry Holmes always says, take him out to deep water and drown him. That's what Evander did tonight.
That's for sure. And for Evander Holyfield, of course, a very big win, one that puts him back into the heavyweight picture, clearly, if for no other reason, because he beat what appeared to be a better version of Ray Mercer.
If Ray Mercer had come in at 250 and he knocked him out in one round, people wouldn't have counted this. Everybody's lining up to fight Tyson, but now there's guys who can make a fight without Tyson. Bo has an opponent, Mora has an opponent, Lennox Lewis. There's going to be some interesting heavyweight fights if the heavyweight division does not remain constipated.
All right, well, we hope it doesn't, actually.
Not.
Ray Mercer, not happy, I'm sure, with the scoring of 95-94, 97-92, 96-93. He may have something to say about it as we go down to Dave Bontempo.
Okay, thanks, Al. Ray, your best fight in a long time. You thought you'd done enough?
Well, I'd like to say thanks to Belle, my sister, all my kids, Connie and T. You know, the first time working with the technician, hey, man, you got to give it to me. I came a long ways, and now I know what he's talking about, every word. All I need is another chance, that's all. He's got to give me a rematch. He ain't going to be able to sleep. I don't care.
You jabbed more than in other fights. Big part of your plan tonight?
We're just going there. Like I said, I got a technician as a trainer now. We can jab. I've always been able to jab, but he taught me to put the punches together. I probably could do a little more in the end. But Holyfield, you got to give me another chance. The people are going to request it.
Round 8. You seem to have things going very well till the 8th round. There was this. Did you think that they might stop the fight when they looked in his eye?
No, I knew they wouldn't stop it. This is the return of the warrior. You don't stop for a little cut. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy knocked me down. He don't stop the fight. We're warriors. We're heavyweights, man. We're going to bring the sport back, man.
What went through your mind after you were able to get up from that?
Nothing, man. I was proud to get knocked down. You know how you want to get knocked down in a brawl fight in the bar? Well, I got mine tonight. Now I can go on without no worry. I got no fear now.
Proud to get knocked down,
Proud to get knocked down. And more proud to get up.
Do you think you answered some questions tonight?
I think I answered a lot for myself and to the people I was working with. They believed in me. They hung in there at the words. I came back to my manager. I need one more fight. And I'll be like Hector Camacho at his best.
What do you plan to do from here? When do you want to fight again?
Oh, as soon as possible. As soon as they can set it up, man. I'm not hurt. I just got a little swollen eye. You know, it's nothing. Holyfield, he's a warrior. I went 10 rounds with him. I thought I pulled it out, but, I mean, he's a warrior. You got to beat the hell out of him.
Okay, Ray, thank you very much for stopping by. Let's take it now back to Al Bernstein.
All right, Ray Mercer.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Drop your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the